ACMi is currently partnering with the Cyrus Dallin Art Museum to piece together a major project which focuses on one of Arlington's favorite sons, the world-renowned sculptor Cyrus Dallin. For the next few weeks, we will be producing an oral histories program, area residents reading first-hand accounts of people who came in contact with this master artist and have a fascinating story to tell. Here's a sample of our project about a long-ago creation of Dallin's that linked the states of Utah, his birthplace, and Massachusetts, his adoptive home. It's a story that was told at Christmastime.
This is the time of year in which people think of angels a little more than usual. In keeping with the spirit of this special holiday season, I thought I would write about one angel of particular interest to members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. If you are familiar with what Massachusetts and Utah share culturally, then you may have already guessed that I am talking about the angel Moroni. Cyrus Dallin was born in Springville, Utah on November 22, 1861. His parents had joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in England and emigrated to Utah and eventually left the church and became Presbyterian. Cyrus was very talented, and as a teen he would sketch and work with clay. One day a few men from Boston who were working near his father's silver mine noticed his excellent craftsmanship. They suggested Cyrus go to Boston and study with an artist on Tremont Street, which he did. Things were not turning out as he had planned. The artist and he did not agree, and he left the studio and became a starving artist. He eventually began to work in terracotta factory in Quincy. With scraps of terracotta, he began to sculpt panthers from a sketch he made from a famous painting he once saw. People began admiring the panthers, and before long he was selling them. A popular philanthropist in Boston at the time was impressed with Cyrus Dallin's talent and paid for him to go to Paris and study. After 2 years, Cyrus returned to Boston and spent the remainder of his life visiting Utah on occasion. He entered a sculpture in the World Fair in 1893 and won a gold medal for his work. Its name was Signal of Peace, and it resides in Chicago's Lincoln Park. His career was respectfully underway. President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, William Woodruff, knew that Cyrus's parents used to be members of the church, and he approached Cyrus Dallin about sculpting the angel Moroni to be placed atop the Salt Lake City temple. Cyrus declined, saying, "I don't believe in angels." His mother encouraged him to accept the commission and reminded him that he must believe in angels since he referred to his mother as his angel mother. He began studying the scriptures for inspiration. His design was a dignified neoclassical angel in robe and cap, standing upright with a trumpet in hand. The original 1-meter plaster model was completed in October 1891, and a full-size model was sent to Salem, Ohio, where the statue was hammered out of copper and covered with 22-karat gold leaf. The 3.8-meter statue stands on a stone ball on the 64-meter center spire on the east side. He is quoted as saying, "I consider that my angel Moroni brought me nearer to God than anything I ever did." He also said, "It seemed to me that I came to know what it means to commune with angels from heaven." Cyrus Dallin made his home in Arlington, Mass., less than 1 mile from where the Boston, Massachusetts temple stands today. Since Massachusetts and Utah share a legacy of this gifted artist, the church had another angel Moroni made from the original mold to adorn the Boston temple. Both places he called home not only share the angel Moroni, but several of his other works as well. In Utah, there is a statue of the Native American chief Massasoit in front of the State House in Salt Lake City, which is a replica of the one in Plymouth. The large statue in the center of Salt Lake City of Brigham Young, with different scenes on each side, one depicting a trapper, is also a work of Cyrus Dallin. A few famous pieces in Boston include the statue of the Native American on a horse with his arms stretched out wide, the Appeal to the Great Spirit, located in front of the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. The famous statue of Paul Revere in Boston's North End. Dallin's final artistic achievement was to see that Revere statue in its proper place before his death. There is a Cyrus Dallin Museum in Arlington, Mass., open to the public, and admission is by donation. The church donated an original copy of the mold of Angel Moroni to the museum, and by written request of a local firefighter, and a friend of his, who are members of the church made a financial contribution as well. The Cyrus Dallin Museum was very excited to have Dallin's Angel Moroni chosen for the Boston Temple. When the temple was being built, plans were underway to have a copy of the original sculpture in gold leaf on display in the garden of the museum until it would be placed on top of the steeple. However, those plans were changed to ensure the integrity of the statue when the statue and the steeple were met with such strong opposition. The museum understood and was saddened by the reaction by its neighbors and of the church in Belmont, Mass. In 1944, at the age of 82, Cyrus died at his home in Arlington Heights, Mass. The Springville Museum quotes the following: "The sculptor is often remembered for his words he spoke on his final trip west in 1942. I have received 2 college degrees besides medals galore, but my greatest honor of all is that I came from Utah."
Arlington is so fortunate to have this museum right here in town at 611 Mass Ave. Few museums in the world are located in the town where the artist actually lived and worked. We are among the select few.